Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bendominator Podcast. Today is episode 16, no, 17. Today we're on episode 17 of the podcast. If you guys enjoy the podcast, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, because I make podcasts every single Monday. And yeah, which might actually end up changing, but we'll have to wait and see with that. I might switch the podcast back to being on Sundays, maybe even Saturdays, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't know how long this podcast episode's gonna be. There's not like really a ton to talk about. I have a few interesting questions. I kind of got out like the prompt a little late, so there's not a ton of questions to go over, and I'm not gonna be answering all of them here. But thank you guys to everyone who did ask questions. I do always appreciate it. And yeah, but before we get into it, I do want to talk about overall the week for content. Last week was actually really good for content for me. I did a lot of videos that week, and I think they all turned out pretty well. I did 2 videos for the leaked skins, and then I, of course, did the kind of whole big leak video, which was really fun to make. And then we did the build challenge that Frost V hosted, which was very fun. Had a lot of really good creators in there, and I highly recommend you check out Frost V's video when it comes out. And if you want to check out the live stream, it is still up on the channel. You can watch that live stream whenever you want to. So that is pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I was pretty productive, a lot more productive last week than I thought I would be, because I was very busy last week, and I will probably be continue to be pretty busy for the upcoming weeks. But hopefully I'll be able to still consistently make content. This week might not have as many videos because there's not a whole lot going on, but I'll try to live stream and stuff a bit more. Maybe I'll do another live stream working on my mini BR map that I was streaming. I'll probably do another stream of that because it's been about a week since I did that. I want to be able to stream that like about every week or so. And yeah, I might do one of those streams this week. Of course, we'll stream Brim this week. Gonna have another update this Friday, so pretty excited about that. But yeah, the thing is, I do want to kind of switch the podcast back to Sunday, because I have a lot more time on Sunday. Sunday, I usually never really have anything, and my schedule's been pretty busy lately, especially because I'm going back to school now, but even without that, it's been pretty wild, so we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully Mondays will still work. Of course, the podcast episodes are going to be up pretty late on Mondays, so hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. Hopefully not as late as it is today. It depends on the day, and or it depends on the week, I guess, because it only comes out on Monday. But I do really like Monday, because I feel like Monday is like the perfect day to record one of these things, because it's like a reflection of last week, and also if there's an update coming out soon, I can talk about it on the podcast like the day before it happens. So I really do like doing it on Monday. So if I can do it on Monday, I will. But if you see a podcast episode go up on Sunday, then you know why. So I might be switching between Sunday and Monday, depending on the day. Maybe like if it's update week, I'll do a Monday podcast. If it's not, I'll do a Sunday podcast and stuff like that. But if they come out on Monday, they're probably going to be pretty late in the day. So most people might be listening to them on Tuesday. Because I don't think a lot of people listen to podcasts like late at night, but I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah, week for content has been really fun. We got a lot of really cool skin leaks. We got a lot of fun stuff happen with the channel. I really enjoyed doing the build competition. That was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I want to do more collab and event stuff like that in the future, and I always love just being a part of these big things with the creative community. It's really fun. So I'm glad I was invited to that. Again, thank you to FrostV for hosting that. That was really cool of them to do that. And I'm glad I was invited. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, I guess we could go ahead and move. It feels a bit early in the podcast, but we could go on and move into some news here. I don't know when this is going to come up, if the item shops are going to be changed by the time this is uploaded. But J Balvin will be in the item shop tonight, so that is pretty exciting. I wasn't a huge fan of the skin when I first saw it, But once I saw like his edit styles, they look super cool. So I might be picking up that skin. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of other skins that I kind of gotta save V-Bucks for as well. Uh, but yeah, Morty came out the other day. That was really cool. That skin's really fun. A lot of really cool collabs. This season's been crazy with collabs. Like it's like every single day there's a collab. It's wild. Um, I don't really have a problem with it though. I don't really have too much of a problem with it. I think it's been fine. It's been really fun. So I don't have a problem with it, especially because they've been releasing a bunch of original skins as well. So it's not like it's like getting in the way of original skins. That was like my main problem back in like season 4 and season 5 is that we would get updates and I would look at the skin leaks and there'd be like 3 skins that were leaked. And in this season they've kept it consistent. Like we've had original and like collaboration skins coexisting very, very well. Part of me wishes that we had like a fully original season of Fortnite again, but that's never gonna happen. Part of me wishes that that could happen again, but I don't know. I think it's fun to embrace the collabs, and the collabs are really hyped too. I think it's fun to get hyped about both of them. And that's kind of something I realized with the Battle Pass, is that now it's like, there's a guarantee that there's going to be a collab in the Battle Pass every time pretty much now. So it's fun to be like, what's the Battle Pass collab going to be this season? I think that's really cool as well. And most of the time the collab skins are really cool. The collab skins are really, really nice. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with them anymore. I used to kind of have a problem with them, but that was mainly because they were taking away from the amount of original skins we were getting. Because I love the Fortnite original skins, and I will say I like most of the original skins more than the collabs. A lot of the collabs don't really do much for me, but when the collabs do hit hard for me, they are really, really good, and I enjoy them a lot. So yeah, I think it's worth it, especially now that they're able to coexist. My apologies, I can't speak. Coexist together, which is really, really cool. I wanted to talk about this tweet from FireMonkey here. FireMonkey made a very, very interesting tweet, and it says, here's a list of creative islands Epic Games was working on in the past, and might currently be working on. And there's a pretty decent list here. So there's the Caddis Island. Don't really know what that would be. Escape Island, which is interesting. Escape Ship, which is very, very interesting. It'd be interesting to see like a pre-made like boat or ship as an island. A Plunder Island, so it seems to be like another thing. Maybe some pirate-themed islands, that would be the ship and stuff, maybe. Flat Snow V2, which would be very nice. Haunted, which would be interesting. I wonder if that would have some unique, like, looking terrain or whatever. Spinx, or Spyjinx? I thought it was like Sphinx. No, Spyjinx Island. I don't know what that would be. 150 by 150 islands, Impossible Island, which is interesting. 215 by 215 islands, Large Grass Island, which is interesting, because kind of thought we already had that, but maybe not. And a Survival Island, which is very, very interesting. And then 899 by 899, which I believe are the Thermometer Islands, which is Mega Flat Grid, Loot Sea, which is interesting. I'm really hoping that's just like a blank sea with like a few props, and you can just delete the props and have an ocean and have that on Thermometer. I hope that's what that is. And then Talon Chain Islands, which sounds like some kind of archipelago thing. So that's interesting. I'm excited for those. A lot of those sound really interesting. And that is cool. Another thing that happened is the imposter mode came out. And I've really been wanting to make a video on my thoughts on it, and I just have not had the time. But this week, hopefully I can get that video out very, very soon. We're also going to be seeing a new crew pack coming up here. Not this week, but next week. It might get revealed at the end of this week. Maybe this Saturday or this Sunday. So I guess I'll be talking about it on next week's podcast. Of course, we got the Rick and Morty emotes. The nuke buildings, which were prefabs and creative, have still not come out yet. But apparently they were mentioned in the strings or something. This is from Fortnite Creative News and Leaks on Twitter. The nuke buildings set is being mentioned recently, so here's a reminder of what it is. So I guess people are talking about it. I don't know if it's really being mentioned in the files or not. But I do really hope we get it. It's like these nice, like, city kind of tilted tower kind of like buildings. They look really nice. And that's really, really cool. I'm really, really excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much about it we got from this week. We got a ton of skins that are part of the big skin leak. People are starting to make like lists crossing off all the things we've been getting. Hopefully Lava Axo comes to the game. That's all I'm saying. I just really, really want Lava Axo to come to the game. I think that would be really, really cool. But yeah, most of the other stuff I just covered in videos, like leaked skins. Coral Castle got lifted up, finally. It got destroyed or whatever, abducted. Pretty underwhelming, but hey, it's a map change, so we'll take it. I haven't really played BR at all in the last 2 weeks. I think I played it like yesterday to do challenges, and I played like 5 matches, and that was it. Haven't really been enjoying BR this season. I've been playing a lot of other games recently. I've still been playing Fortnite Creative quite a bit. But I don't know. I think I'm definitely ready for the next season. I'm definitely ready for the next season. I haven't been a huge fan of this season. And of course, I think I say this like every podcast, but I will be making a review on it, so you can hear all my thoughts about that. But I want to wait until the end because who knows? Maybe one of these updates will drastically change my opinion. But I can tell they've been putting a lot of work into the season, and I definitely respect that. I think this season is one of the most impressive. They've really been doing a lot. And I respect the devs a lot. They've been doing a ton of cool stuff. It's just, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan personally. And, but, I mean, you can't ignore how much effort and how much passion has been put into this season. You can tell the developers really care a lot about this season, and they really want to see it do well, and a lot of people love it. A lot of people are really enjoying it. But I'm worried that maybe they're doing too much. Maybe they're doing too much. Maybe they're trying to make the season seem like it has a bunch of content, which it does. I just feel like a lot of the content falls flat for me, personally. Again, I'm going to go into this in a video, in my review, but I'm going to wait until the end of the season, because of course the season has to conclude, or at least be very close to the end, to form a full opinion on it. I want to make sure all the updates are out and everything that's supposed to happen in the season has happened. So expect that video. I think the season ends sometime around like September 20th or something. I think it was like September 21st is when season 8 starts, which I'm very excited for. I think season 8 is going to be a banger. I just have a feeling that it's going to be really good. I think season 8, if they continue what they're doing right now, but like put more time into the things they're adding, I think season 8 could be a really good one. And I think the Halloween event's going to be great. I have a feeling we're going to get some really cool collabs for Halloween. I don't know exactly what it would be, but I think something cool is going to happen. I'm really excited for season 8. I want to make a prediction video soon about that, because people have had ideas. I might wait for like teasers and stuff before I do that, but I'm excited about it. I think season 8 is going to be cool. I'm excited to play, because I'm definitely ready I'm ready for the season to be over, but we got a while. So yeah, but I think 21st. I might be wrong. I haven't checked the date in a while. I know it's on the Battle Pass screen, but expect a video, like a review of it, around September, I don't know, 18th, 19th, if I'm right with the date. And yeah, very, very excited with that. But yeah, I'll have the review out for this season near the end. And yeah, I keep forgetting I already made my ranking Battle Pass skin video. I finished the Battle Pass for the season like really early on. Because the season's really easy to level up. and I did have quite a bit of fun with it at the start. I just kind of got bored of it really quickly, but luckily I pretty much had the battle pass done by the time I was kind of getting bored of it. So that's good. That's nice. So I was able to get that video out very early. I don't think I will ever buy the full battle pass. I don't think I would ever do that, even though now I have the ability to, due to you guys being awesome and using my supported creator code, which I thank you guys so much for. Yeah, thank you guys for so much. I can't speak today, apparently. I've had a very long day. um, but yeah, thanks to you guys using my supported creator code and everything, and you guys being super awesome and supporting me. I have the ability to purchase the full battle pass if I wanted to, but I don't think it's worth it. Even if you're a content creator, I get for some people maybe, but for me, even though I make videos on Fortnite, and even though it could probably benefit the channel quite a bit for me to release like a skin ranking video like day one, I just don't think it's worth it for me personally. I'd rather wait to do that video because it's just one video, right? And there's gonna be so many opportunities to cover things that are topical, that are relevant, and I make the skin ranking videos just because I find it fun. I like talking about cosmetics. I like talking about the battle pass. Battle passes are like the most hype thing for me in each season. And I don't think I could play a Fortnite season without the battle pass. I feel like I rely way too much on the battle pass to like give me a reason to play the game. If I didn't have the battle pass, then I probably wouldn't play the season as much, and then I'd become disinterested in Fortnite, which is something I don't want because I make videos on the game, and I don't want to completely lose interest in it. And yeah, because the thing is, the battle pass is like one of my favorite things about each season, and I love grinding it out. I think grinding the battle pass, trying to get to tier 100, is one of the best, most fun things about Fortnite. And I can still play the game without it. I mean, once I finish the battle pass, it's nice, it's rewarding. And then I can still play the game if I'm enjoying the season, that is. Like I was last season. And most other seasons. So when you kind of take away the battle pass and you buy it all up front, even though yeah, I could make the video day one and probably get a lot more views on it, ranking all the skins and do like skin reviews on all the skins, it takes so much away from my enjoyment of the game that I don't think it's worth it. Because a lot of my enjoyment in each season and at a season launch is grinding the battle pass. So that's why I'm probably never gonna buy out the whole battle pass. Maybe I'll buy like the battle pass boost thing. I don't think I even can though, because I have Fortnite crew. But I think you could buy like the first like extra 25 tiers or whatever in the item shop. If you have Fortnite crew, they let you do that. But I don't even know if I'd do that. So at that point, it doesn't matter. Plus, you level up so fast in these newer seasons anyway. Like, I got Rick in the first month of this season. And I got, whatever last season's tier 100 was. I got that within, like, the first month as well. So it's not hard. Of course, my ranking for that came out a while after I got tier 100 because it took me a long time for some reason. I think there was just a lot of other stuff happening at that time. But you get the point. If I need to, I can get that video out fast. I mean, maybe now that I don't have as much time to play the game, maybe not. So, I don't know. Next season might be rough. Next season might take me a while to get tier 100. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to buy the battle pass. I know that was kind of just like a random conversation, but I was just thinking about that. Because technically now I could if I wanted to, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd rather use that money elsewhere. Because it's like $100 if you want to buy out the battle pass. What was it, like 1,500 V-Bucks to get the whole thing? Yeah, I don't know about that. Even if you're a content creator. I mean, I guess larger Fortnite content creators don't even have to worry about it at all. Like, That's part of their income, like $100. $100 every season to spend. Probably not a big deal for the big content creators out there. Uh, but for me, I can't justify it. I can justify spending that much just to like just for item shop. If I want to review skins for the item shop, but for the battle, just for one battle pass, just to max out one battle pass, something that could easily be done in like a month, something that you already can get for free if you're just patient. I can't justify it. Even if I can get those videos out, even if I can make battle pass skin review or ranking battle pass day one, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But anyway, that's probably enough of that conversation. um, I know we're only 20 minutes in, but I'm gonna move on to some viewer questions. I'm gonna try to get this podcast to really reach at least like 30 minutes. Because I don't have a ton of time to keep recording this anyway, even if I wanted to, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the podcast episode so far. If you have been, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get into some viewer questions. Now, these are all on YouTube. Again, I forgot to ask on Discord. I'm going to try to remember that next time. But I already kind of asked a little late. Let me actually refresh the page, just in case we got a new question in the meantime. So, Coolbro on YouTube asks, will you ever review fan maps like Pete? Yes, I do want to review more creative maps. That is something I plan on doing. Journey Royale asks on YouTube, do you think we should get all of Creative 2.0 stuff instantly, or should we get it in chunks? Now, me and Pete talked about this in our episode on my episode with Direct and Pete, and he talked about how we're probably going to get it in chunks just so it's easier to digest. I assume that's probably what's going to be happening. I would rather get it all at once, though. I know it'd be a little overwhelming, but it's going to be overwhelming either way. I think I would love to just get everything at once, everything it has to offer at once, and just experiment with it. I know they're probably going to release in chunks. I know they're probably going to treat it like actual creative and update it over time. And of course, no matter what, they're going to be updating over time. If we get everything they have to offer instantly, they still have stuff to add later. So no matter what, we're not going to have everything. They're going to be updating it. They're going to have ideas for as long as they want to support it. But I'd like to have as many tools as possible at the start, because I want to just experiment with everything, mess around with everything. And if we do like get chunks at a time, I hope the beginning of it isn't as bad as the start of actual creative. I know it's going to be a rough start no matter what. They're launching a whole new creation tool. It's going to be a rough start. Not everything's going to work correctly. There's going to be a lot of bugs. There's going to be a lot of things missing, maybe. A lot of features that people are going to want, even if they have everything that was planned. But I'd like to have as much to mess around with as possible, because I just want to mess around with all the features, mess around with little tools. I want to have the keys to the kingdom. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited, but I'm also scared about it. And if you guys want to hear more about that discussion on Creative 2.0, you can check out the podcast with me and Directing Pete. We get really in-depth with it, so you can check that out if you are curious and you haven't already. But yeah, Jacko on YouTube asks, do you have any plans to make a map on XL Island anytime soon? Now, the thing is, we've worked with XL before, and I don't know if you mean just like a BR map or any kind of map, but I'll say this about BR maps on XL. I think making a BR map on Thermometer XL is a good idea. I don't think that filling up the entire map is a good idea for me personally. Now, I've seen some really cool maps. For instance, Nova J's map, he made an XL grid island, I believe, and it's like completely filled up. Like there's pretty much no space that hasn't been filled with terrain, which is fine. And if you want to make a map that way, it looks great. I mean, it looks great. It's a really good map. But for me personally, when we play Brim, we get like what, 15 to 20 people? Sometimes not even that. Like if you're matchmaking, like when it was featured, if you're matchmaking like 12 people, 20 people, like 10 to 20 people, we'll say. That's not a that like you got to keep the map kind of small for that. I understand some people are like their goal is to get featured or get a huge channel and have 50 people in every single game. I don't know how much that happens though. So, for me personally, since we kind of most like BR maps I've seen, like even if people stream it and have a channel for it, the most I've seen on a single map is like probably like 30 people. So, I don't know. When it comes to XL, I think if we were to make a BR map, it wouldn't be that big. But the thing is, we already have Brim Chapter 2. And Chapter 2 was built before XL Islands. So our only option really is to convert that, because we're not going to make another chapter. At least not anytime soon. Because we just made Chapter 2. So, yeah. If there ever comes an easy way to convert to thermometer, I'd love to do it. Because that would save us a lot of memory. But as of now, we're stuck. But the thing is, I think Brim is the perfect size. I think Chapter 2 is the perfect size right now. Maybe it could be a bit bigger. But overall, for the amount of people we have playing, 10 to 20 people, it's a perfect size, I think. I think it works out. So, yeah. If you want to make a giant XL map, go ahead. But for us, it works better that way. I don't have any problem with people who max out. If we could use thermometer on Brim, we would. If we had the option to build XL, we would have. We still wouldn't have built it any bigger. We would have kept it around the same size. But it is really cool to see like these giant BR maps. I will say it's really cool, and I don't have any problems with the maps. It's just for us personally, that's what we choose, because that's more helpful for us, and I believe that's that's what works out for us. But yeah, and then if we build anything on XL thermometer, pretty much any map that me and the dev team make will be on XL thermometer from now on, no matter how big the map is. Even if the map's tiny, like we built the FNAF map, Five Nights at the Durburger, we built that on an XL grid. And that's a tiny map, but it saved memory. It saved us a lot of memory. And we were able to do a lot with that map. That map still would have fit on a smaller island without thermometer. But just to be safe, we do that. We have worked on a few projects on XL before. None of them have really seen the light of day, and I don't know if any of them will. But yeah, we've been trying to work on stuff in the background, but none of it's really worked, unfortunately. And I don't know. I don't want to talk about anything because there's a possibility we could use those ideas again. And, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Cosmetic on YouTube asks, do you plan on making an adventure map? Now, technically we already have an adventure map, and it's called Journey to Kevin. But at the moment, no, we don't have any plans. Right now, we're mainly just focusing on Brim. There were a lot of other projects we were working on. We planned on having a few other maps release this summer. But the one map that did release was the Durburger map. One Night at the Durburger. Which is a fun map. It's still kind of broken though. There's a few bugs we need to fix with that map. So hopefully we can get around to that soon. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Right now we don't have any other plans. Pretty much everyone in the dev team right now is kind of got full schedules at the moment. So right now, we're just fully putting our efforts into Season 3 of Brim Morale, because it's a big season, and there's a lot of plans we have for it, and it's really all we can do right now. But if we ever get a good idea for a map, we'll work on it. But whether or not that's an adventure map or whatever it ends up being, we don't know. We want to branch out. We want to work on other things. It's been a while. I mean, we made the FNAF map. We made Journey to Kevin. We made Island Survival, but other than that, we really haven't branched out too much when it comes to map making. So, I think it would be fun to make another map. But right now, I think Brim Season 3 is our main focus. So, we don't really have any other plans for any maps, any adventure maps, not right now. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end it for this episode. Sorry it was only 30 minutes. But hopefully that was enough to keep you entertained for these 30 minutes. And yeah, I gotta go out and head out of here. Hopefully you guys thought this podcast was entertaining. Apologize if it was a bit like quieter, a bit like more mellow. Maybe that was better for you. Maybe it was more relaxing. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely enjoyed this episode. This was a nice, soothing, relaxing episode, I think. And hope everyone's doing well. So, have a great rest of your day. You can subscribe if you're new. Like the podcast if you enjoyed. But either way, I will see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And goodbye.